I've seen your promos, and the banner says you don't know Janks.
That's true.
Well, I want to know Janks. I want to know, why is it that you actually create the platform that you do for the advocacy that you're presenting to us
That's a great
as
question.
a community?
The ultimate big arc of what I do with all of my films, all 6 films, 4 books, is the reconciliation and restoration of the Black family. So tonight we're here to see Hoodwinked, and the whole subject is called the castigation of Black male identity, or basically why do we think bad about the brothers? And I know that if I see you, my beautiful Black sister, if I see the stereotype first, I have a difficult time connecting with you in your authenticity. So Hoodwink is about dismantling stereotypes so Black people can see the beauty inside of each other. Dear Daddy, the effects of growing up without your father. I know that is probably one of the biggest, probably, hurdles that a woman has to overcome in her life, especially with her relationship, because she didn't grow without her father. So this whole thing, all of them, my advocacy is the restoration of the family. So the movies, the books, they take different approaches, but it's all around that big picture.
Okay. And so with the restoration of the family, I know that you actually teach currently at Richard Wright, PCS there in Maryland, DC? DC.
Yeah, DC.
Okay. And so is that a way that you felt you could probably give back, I guess, to reach one family at a time through the children? Why do you teach? Why did you even choose the classroom?
Because, one, Dr. Mark Clark is he's in Hoodwinked, and we're sitting down and we're talking, and he gives me his vision. A lot of people give me their vision, but it was his passion. And I've always wanted to teach. I mean, even when I worked in healthcare a long time, I wanted to be a teacher. And then I have an opportunity to kind of make this new paradigm at the high school level. I mean, when was the last time you saw a theatrically ready movie from 15-year-old kids? I want that to happen. And I think it's going to happen. We made some great movies last year, but this year I think I'm going to have a film with those kids that they could take to any college. They go to USC Film School and at 15 and say, what are you talking about? I don't need to learn about, Citizen Kane or Casablanca, because I got my own. What are you talking about? And I did it. I shot it. So to build this next generation of auteurs and thought provokers and creators of content at this level, I couldn't pass. With filmmaking, the paradigm at the collegiate level needs to shift. Things that I do as a filmmaker, they don't even. I mean, it's so far removed that that I would release a movie on DVD and then come back, 4 years later and then release it on network. Well, if you look at the case books, that's like insane to them. But where we are, I'm not, Tyler Perry, I'm not Screen Gems, I'm not Sony Pictures. So I have to be creative in this space, and I can also sustain an enterprise. And that model is not being taught to filmmakers.
Right. A great organic cause, and I appreciate that.
How unreconciled internal anger is destroying Black men and boys. And the reason why it's semi-autobiographical is I use it to draw these bigger arcs around what's going on with Black men. So it's not about, let's tell the story of what happened to Janks Morton all through it. It's not, that would be a biography. When it says semi, so I'll give a case study. So I was, I was with one of my cousins. He's 9 years old, and we're out in the woods, and we go to the use the bathroom, and he pulls his pants all the way down by his ankles.
Oh, okay.
See, now even you get that, right?
I get that, right.
My first thing is, and I know he hasn't been raised with his father, my first thing is, well, I'm like, well, we don't do that. So what about the boys all throughout the country? And I'm saying even the ones who sit down to pee. All of this stuff is going on because they don't have fathers. So I'll use a real, tactile case study from my life. That is why semi-autobiographical. It's not, but I have some very, some of the traumas that happened to me in my life in that book.
They are in there.
And then launch that out to a bigger conversation on what does that mean for young Black boys? What does it mean for masculinity? What does it mean for gender ascension? What does all this stuff
mean? On a social
on a larger perspective. So I use me as like the guinea pig and then move it out from there.
Okay. Well, all of your titles are clinchers. I have got to say, they look like tearjerkers as you read them, even before you read your book or actually watch your documentaries. And I'm telling you what, I just want to commend you on not staying within the politically correct box.
Right.
And coming out with the things that will be nice.
And easy,
and easy,
you know,
the easy way to say things. And
high propensity for trauma, and that's not
right. So I wanted to ask you, where did the latest book that you partnered with Dr. Tolson, Black People Don't Read?
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
It's funny. I have a large following on Facebook and a lot of fans and stuff. So the original title of the book was Black Facts: 101 Things You Need to Know About Black America. And there was no buzz, and I was talking to Ivory, and I'm like, Ivory, I got this idea. I think I want to call this book Black People Don't Read. He's like, you can't do that. And he's an academic, so really, I'm like, but no, watch this. Watch what happens, because I know how we've been conditioned to look at the depraved. So like how when there's an accident on the freeway, people like stop and watch. So I said, watch this. So I made a mock-up of the book with the title on there and put it on Facebook. People went crazy.
I saw that, and I was following it. So
I put like, and they're like, what do you mean, man?
What do you mean?
I'm like, well, basically, I'm showing it as a hypocrisy to the stereotype because you just read, but you don't want to do that. You're like, how can you do that? I'm like, because it's attention grabbing, but it's also defeating a stereotype. The stereotype is that if you want to hide something from Black people, put it in the book. Well, I think that's not true, but it's a stereotype, and that's what this book is about. I think the title, the tagline is "The Definitive Guide to Dismantling Negative Information and Stereotypes About Black America," and that's what the book is about. And right on the front cover is a stereotype that when you read,
immediately jumps.
Yeah, but you're dismantling that stereotype just by being able to read it. Yeah, so it's a kind of double entendre thing, but I have been labeled a provocateur, and yes, I have to, because I'm competing with Real Housewives, I'm competing with Medea, I'm competing with Meet the Clowns, or I'm competing with whatever. So I have to do things to draw the attention, but also I'm drawing you in to draw you to a place of healing, not just to entertain you.
Yes, well, I tell you what, we're excited about what's going on now for you. We're excited about what's to come, and we are looking forward to you expanding your reach to all the HBCUs with Hoodwinked. The best of luck to you. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Let's go run our mouths and talk to these people in the audience.
We're on our way into the film premiere.
Good.